Alrighty, we should be live. You should be seeing a graphic, hopefully. We always gotta sort our stuff out here on these live streams, so we'll make sure we're doing good. Alright, and we are up there. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. So now, this is gonna be our screen that we're gonna be looking at. A lot of this. Alright, we'll get back to that. There we go. Alright, so let me get the chat popped out here. Which it won't let me do. There we go. Pop out chat. Gotta love that. Hello, everybody. How are you? Hello. How unusual is that? Broken Arrow, yo, howdy. Hello from Indiana. How was your birthday? My birthday was wonderful, guys. That's why I haven't been here in 2 days. I'm so sorry, but oh man, Caroline and I had the time of our lives last night. It was great. What's up, buddy? Don't forget the thumbs up. Thank you so much, Karen. Central Illinois is being slammed with tornadoes as well right now. Yes, very true. And I have Illinois actually in the thumbnail. There's actually been tornado reports in Delaware and up in the Northeast. So this system, I mean, I called it a land hurricane. It's exactly what it looks like. And if we can get back to this screen here, we're going to show you what I'm talking about. I mean, this is frame 200. We talk about this a lot. Frame 200 is current time. That is why we are watching this area very closely on radar scope. You guys can simply go to your app store and buy this app, 29 bucks. I should soon have a code for you guys to use for a discount. I'm still in communications with this company. So they're allowing me to use their technology and their charts to talk with you guys and continue our teachings and learnings, especially on my part about how this all works. So basically what you're looking at here, and really quick, pop the chat out. Can you guys hear me okay and see the screen okay? Please, just a yes or a no would be great. All right. Thank you, Skeleton Master. Thank you, Chris. All right, that's all I got to hear. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Check, check. 1, 2. Wonderful, guys. Thank you so much for that. So, first of all, please excuse me if I drop the chat down. Sometimes I have to do it to switch screens. That's why we're going to get better with our moderators and stuff like that that can answer questions. I do always go back into the chat, and I try to even reach out to some of you via PMs or just, subscribing to your channels to let you know that I saw your question. I would like to answer it. And always, after these videos are posted, they do post on my channel, and you can re-ask your question right underneath the video if need be, if I don't get to it. This one's not going to be, I'm going to try to keep this one under an hour, guys, only because I want to get through some important information. I want to show you where the main areas are of watch as of right now. And, that's pretty much the gist of it. And I want to show you how the charts are lining up and basically saying the same thing. So, with that said, basically, long story short with this site, it's a layer site. It's very, very simple to use once you get the hang of it. It took me a few days to get it. These red zones here, if I ever have this up and I am not talking, I will from time to time have this screen just up when we're dealing with severe storm situations, so you guys can look and see this visual constantly. And I'll try to have the exact area highlighted. So right now, I am using the Tulsa area weather station. So that's why you see this circle out here. They cover this area. There's many of them. So there would be one up here by Springfield I would click so we could check out these areas up here. And that's how you change your layering and whatnot in this particular app. So right now the storm pings I can take off. We're going to go to layers. And we're going to try to get up into this area, but check this out first. So we are in Oklahoma. Now we're going to take a look at our warnings. And right now, so we have, as of right now, Nevada, Rogers, and Washington counties in Oklahoma. Tornado warnings are expiring apparently in 6 minutes. So we'll click that, and that brings us right into that area. And like we were talking about 2 days ago, when you start seeing these little purple things shooting in, especially when they're near these white lines, these are those straight line storm fronts they put on the chart. They will change over time as we watch it. It's a live feed, so these will adjust as the weather's adjusting. But you can kind of see how before the actual fronts move into these highlighted areas, these are the expected areas of watch. So you see the main weather move into the areas. They're pretty accurate, so that's why I really like this site. In fact, in my opinion, they should have a little red highlight here as this cell is moving into just southeast of McCord, so within Oklahoma. So you got to see here, here's the border of Oklahoma. We got Arkansas down here, and then now we're going to be doing a lot of talking about Missouri. We got Kansas involved. This is going to be all the way through Illinois, just like someone said. So you can see we have the tornado warnings up in Illinois too. In fact, we'll check those out because, I was not expecting them to get up there so soon. So we do. Let's see what we got here. Give this down here a little second to refresh, and then we'll see the same situation as we saw with the Oklahoma and Texas radar. So basically, any of these radars you choose, they're going to give you this circle, and they're going to highlight in on those specific areas when you have the warnings set as your tabs here, if I'm making sense there, guys. How unusual is it for there to be 100 tornadoes in X amount of time? It is considered an outbreak. It's happened before. A lot of these tornadoes are a little weaker than they have expected, but they're saying overnight tonight into tomorrow, you could expect some of the stronger ones. Now, they've been saying that 3 days in a row, and again, until you're on these websites and actually looking at it for yourself, it's very hard to tell how strong a tornado is going to be. And like I said, my rule of thumb, at least with this site and many others, is they have a color code system, and you can see it down in this area. So when things start to get super, super serious, you see the reds and then the purples, which we see moving into these areas. Now that's right, we have moved into Illinois, so we're down by Springfield. This is where the weather station is. But when you start getting into the colors, it's basically just color matching. Now think about this. So if we're in red and purple now, we're getting towards the end of this list. You get into those purples and then the light blues again within those. Remember, there's light blue back here, and then there's that teal blue here. These are different blues, so it can be hard to get this confused. All this static you see here is literally the weather station showing you its power, its energy. So this isn't weather right here. This is the weather that is being read by this tower. So if it's a tower, it could be one of those NextRad areas. That I would require Google Earth to zoom in and show you that. But like I said, I'm keeping this pretty straight to the point. I just want to let people know that are in Illinois and in Missouri and in Oklahoma that we are still dealing with this situation. It's going to continue through tomorrow. There's no doubt about that. So, again, let's get back into the chat, see what you guys are talking about. I got hail last night. Where are you, Skeleton Master? I think I've asked you this before, but yeah, the big talk has been the hail. I've seen a lot of people holding up baseball hail while I was holding actual baseballs last night. I went to go see the Yankee farm team, the Rail Riders in Scranton. Actually, Music play the AAA Red Sox team. And guess who's there playing for 2 days? Dustin Pedroia. Got to get some great pictures of him. I got a good shot of him staring me right in the face. We had a good time. I know it's a weather channel, but I just wanted to explain what I was doing over the last 2 days. It was part of my birthday gift, so I know we had a lot going on weather-wise. I should have been here doing this, but you got to get your brain cleared sometimes. Never heard of him. Sorry. Dustin Pedroia, he won the World Series with the Red Sox in 2013. He got injured. He's a second baseman. They brought him down to the minors for a little bit to rehab. Him and Mike Holt were both Red Sox. And they should be both going back, but they got this brand new second baseman in the Red Sox, so it's going to be hard for Pedroia, being that he's a seasoned player. Amazing player, though, don't get me wrong. So anyway, back to the weather. Let's talk about this. So as far as Illinois goes right now, Illinois, sorry, the S is silent. I know that now. Thank you so much for those of you who have taught me that. Let's check this area near. We got Hannah City. We got Bartonville to the west. We got Norris and Farmingtown to the east. Again, you're seeing the purples moving into these highlighted areas. So, if you live in this area, this is simply, what we talk about. This is when you want to have your local weather on, your local weather radio stations. Even NOAA radios are very good because you could punch in an area code or a zip code of where you live, and it'll give you specific warnings. Even this site alone, if I were to turn the audio on, it'll start broadcasting NOAA information. I don't want to go that far yet, only because I just started working with this company, and I'm still getting used to the website itself, but I want you guys to get used to these visuals here. So, once again, you can go to the layering. If I go to storm tracks right here and I click this off, you could see those white lines go away. So when I click them, these are the tracks of different storms. And when we talk about tracks, more than likely these are straight line winds. That's why we are getting these tornadoes. And we go back to our COD site here and we back this up. Check this out. This was like an on-land hurricane. The spin that we had and the reason why so much energy is being pulled up into Texas and Oklahoma, and again from the Gulf, guys. I know we've been talking about this a lot, but all you have to do is go to Ventus Sky. You set the Cape setting here under thunderstorm and back out a little bit, and you can just see the energy still continuing to flow in to those Gulf states. We are now getting involved with Louisiana. It's just cutting off at the border of Mississippi and Alabama. Here's part of that, invest that basically came and went. Andrea's not looking to be much of anything, but it did take up our first letter. So for, what is it? I think it's the 5th year in a row. I know 3 for sure. 5th year in a row that we have had a named storm before June 1st, which is the official beginning of the Atlantic hurricane season. And we do have something brewing in the Pacific. So we are going to see Alvin as well in the coming days. I could show you that, but again, I'm trying to stay on task here. It's very hard starting this live stream thing and not going off and just talking with you guys and going off on tangents. It's going to be very hard for me to do, but we're going to do it. Looks like a giant hurricane swirl. Exactly, Chris. My words exactly, man. You can see it with your own eyes. It looks like an on-land hurricane. When you back this up about 18 hours ago, just look at how the movement is moving. And I wish I had it even saved sooner. This thing was rolling all the way down from Texas. So picture this counterclockwise spin over land. And we mentioned the bombogenesis effect, which is when the oh, geez, Louise! It's the barometric pressure we used when we're measuring hurricane strength. You'll see it in the number 1,000, 99, 98, so on and so forth. If that were to drop 24 millibars in a 24-hour period, it's called bombogenesis. It's an explosion of energy. It's where we got our bomb cyclones from. We had a bomb nor'easter this past winter, basically in the same spot we're seeing this. But as I hit play, you could see we got this big counterclockwise spin that is covering a good 1,700, possibly 2,000 miles. And now all this energy is being pulled up through Texas, now Oklahoma, and then Missouri, and now Illinois. Look at that. It just explodes out of nowhere. We had a little bit of it going on earlier in the day on the borders of the west side of Tennessee and Kentucky. We had a little bit of a break, even though it was raining. It doesn't really show the rain here, but then boom, another set. So this is a whole separate situation than even yesterday. And look at those. Those look like they're just beginning. But as they move up towards the Great Lakes, it's a little cooler. Hopefully it's going to die down, but the momentum is bringing everything up in this direction. In fact, here in northeast Pennsylvania, once again, we're expected to get one of these exploding supercells that's going to roll through northeast PA. So we may be dealing with more tornado warnings in the northeast. And before I forget that, Tornado HQ, let's verify this while we're here. If I scroll down far enough, in fact, they actually updated the site, so they just made a liar out of me. Anyway, they had New York, they had Massachusetts, I believe, was up there. Delaware had an expired tornado watch today, but as far as touchdowns, let's see what we have here. All right, so 9 minutes ago, this was updated. 26 minutes from now, the warning will end. At 10:09 p.m. Central Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 7 miles north of Greenfield, moving east at 35 miles per hour. And this is Missouri, Cedar, Dade, Polk, all those counties in Missouri, please be on alert. Same thing for Illinois. At 10:04 p.m. Central Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Lewistown, moving northeast at 35. Here is that common thing, the northeast movement. That's why we're looking at that diagonal. See, right here, diagonal. Boom. It's coming just like this. And unless we get something to roll down to push this out, that looks to me like it's going right up underneath the Great Lakes and right to the northeast. And then we're going to see that rotation. Of course, once this is out of the way, this is another system moving out into the ocean just in time to fill the void, which will be right here. High jet stream right now, so this thing has no reason to not flow right up into this area. And that's why we're getting these warnings in northeast Pennsylvania. Chat, my chat. How you doing, guys? I'm here. I'm about to get hit. I'm in Missouri. It depends on where you are. Yes, what county you're in, all sorts of things. But, I mean, basically, look, I mean, just look at the state of Missouri here. I'm going to keep it on the last frame so I don't have to keep watching what already happened. I want you to see what is being prepared to happen. So the entire state of Missouri is almost covered in these severe storms. It's clipping Iowa, and now we're certainly into Illinois. Even down Arkansas, Oklahoma is still involved in this. Nebraska, we got some dark colors right here, so no doubt there is tornadoes in that area. Hence our brand new piece of equipment here. They match exactly. These reds are tornado warnings. The greens are flood warnings and flash flood. Anytime you see yellow, severe thunderstorms. So now that we got that part out of the way, let's just verify what's going on in Illinois once again. So right now, as we speak, guys, Fulton and Schuyler counties in Illinois, you have 8 minutes until that tornado is expired. If you have not taken shelter, I would do so if this is not passed. It looks like right now it's past Astoria, but before Havana in this area, when we got the Fulton and the, what is that, Peoria tornado possibility. That is here. That is happening as we speak, just south of Hannah City, for those of you that live in that area. And then there's a separate one for Fulton itself once again. We got right here, which is moving in just north of Lewistown, just south of Cuba, and a little south of Canton. But you can see at the end of this frame, we have a straight line right there. But you can see these lines. This is where they're predicting the strongest part of the storm to move. So if you're in Manito, Southern Perkin, Tremont, Pekin, Macau, or Mackinac, so I could zoom in more and get it right. Mackinac, there we go. See these lines leading to your counties? That's what they're expecting these stronger part of the storms to go to. So you can see this northwest track. This is what they're talking about with everything moving northeast. Is boom, 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 these diagonal lines. If we were moving in the northern direction, you see these lines shooting straight up. You rarely see that. We did see some of that in Texas. We had some straight up lines, but that's because we have that flow that comes from the Gulf. It's always curling up like that. If we get a system coming up like this, those will meet and you'll see some straight line winds going straight up this way. That's what we saw when we were talking about the flooding in the Mississippi River and things like that. So we covered the Illinois situation. The least, we got about 6 minutes until the tornadoes or possibility of tornadoes is going to expire with these three sections here. But for those of you in this area, please, you got to continue to watch. It's not over yet. Severe thunderstorms now in Missouri. Multiple counties. We got Clark, we got Hancock, we got Lee, and then we got Adrian, Callaway, Montgomery, and Pike all experiencing severe thunderstorms. We could see that's hugging that west side of the box near Mexico, Centralia, Fulton. Definitely, I know Fulton got hit pretty hard today. Columbia, so basically in between Columbia and Fulton, they got the box edge right here. They got the straight line storm coming through. And if we zoom in a little bit more, boom, there's our purples right there. So if you're in Martinsburg, these purples look like they're heading right towards you. So this may shift down. This may be circled in red. It all depends on the amount of energy that's still with this storm when it gets there. Now, for example, to compare to that, you got this red box here by Faber, Lodina, and Vandalia, all right? You don't see any purple in there, but you see a big, heavy red front moving in quickly, which could soon produce a tornado. So these aren't tornadoes on the ground. That's why I like to do a comparison of this chart with the Tornado HQ chart. And this is what we refresh very often to see if there's anything on the ground. So let's look and see where they last confirmed a tornado. So we have capable. Boom, boom, boom. All right, here we go. 40 minutes ago, updated 4 minutes ago. At 9:42 p.m. Central Time, a confirmed tornado was located 3 miles northeast of Jay, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. That's Arkansas/Oklahoma, Benton, Delaware, right on the border there. So that is exactly what we just looked at when we were in the Oklahoma area. In fact, let's get back down to that area, to Benton, and see what they're going through right now. It's not showing Benton here. We got Missouri. In fact, let's go back to that site and see where that touchdown was. It was 40 minutes ago that they announced it, and 4 minutes until it actually expires. So it's Benton in Delaware, Arkansas, Oklahoma. So let's get over there. Craig and Myers, Delaware. They got flash flooding in Delaware, Oklahoma, so there we go. So these greens, like I said, flash flooding. They're not going to show much weather moving through there because of the static and the setting I have. I have super res reflectivity, tilt 1, or tilt 3 rather. The higher tilt you put, the more detail you get, which causes this mess. If I were to lower it, you would see less of this and more of this, but this would be less detailed. So it's important we have this detailed so we could see those purple colors. Anything leading into this area you don't want to see because that's where those tornadoes are. Let me see if we have anyone requesting certain areas. We called it auto corrupt. There was a wedge tornado in Missouri. Yes, there was, JG Grace. Yes, there was. Sorry, I just hit my mic there. Thousands are being evacuated in Arkansas. Yep, they are. And that dam, oh my God. That dam is, I mean, they spent over a year, well, it was over a year trying to fix that dam, and now just because of water levels alone, it's in a very similar situation to where it was at this time when it was failing. I believe this is just the beginning of more to come. Tanya, you could not be more right. This is just the beginning. I don't know how to read much of weather charts. Okay, I do know the past few years in NEPA, I've seen more tornadoes in Severe than I've seen before. This is very true. I'm not sure if we have broken records. It's been a very active year. It's been an active 2 years. I talk about this a lot. My brother's an EMT worker in the area, Northeast Pennsylvania. So I get some, interesting pictures from him. A tornado rolled through Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania last year and destroyed buildings. So that is exactly, I'm 15 minutes from that area right now. And I've had live streams where I'm running outside thinking there's a tornado out there. The other day I had a short live stream. Thank you very much, Karen. Always, I'm always here. I'll always be here. How about the Harrison, York, PA, and Philadelphia areas? As of right now, that's hard to tell. We were expecting some severe weather today, and it has not come yet. But like I said, the Delaware areas, which is Chesapeake Bay, and then you start moving up into the northern parts of Virginia, and then you're in Pennsylvania. So I'm gonna keep a close eye on that. That would be a more on-the-spot deal for me. If I know there's a tornado that's on its way to Pennsylvania, I will jump right on here, live stream, and we'll talk about it and we'll work through it. But it's very important we talk about Oklahoma and Kansas, Nebraska, Illinois. That's where these are headed right now. These Sorry, Mike went out there for a sec. These northeast shot storms. So take a look at this one real quick. All right, so we got some expired finally. The Missouri McDonald tornado expired. That warning. Missouri Polk has expired. Osage, Pawn, Rogers, Tulsa, Washington, all in Oklahoma expired as of now. 15 minutes until the Cedar and Dade and Polk counties are out of the harmful part of this. But again, that may resurface, guys. I still see it coming into that same area. So if I click here, let this reload, and you'll see what I'm talking about. This is the area they're talking about now. Straight line winds moving this way towards Buffalo. And that's not Buffalo, New York. That's Buffalo, Missouri. Or did I read that wrong? Bolivar? No, Buffalo's over here. I did not read that wrong. Depends on how far you zoom in that you actually get to see the counties. So we got Bolivar, halfway, and Buffalo. Looks like it might pass over the north of you. As you can see, the straight lines have adjusted. This one just budged. It was actually going up this way, and then it kind of flattened out. That's how quickly this stuff can change, guys. So look at this. These are shooting way to the northeast, straight up, and now we have this one kind of flattening out going towards the east. That's how quickly this stuff can change. So you got a tornado warning that's supposed to be moving up to Humminsville, all of a sudden take a right turn, and now it's expected to head north over Bolivar and Buffalo. So there you have it. That could be another tornado warning very soon. But you see, this is the part you want to watch. You want to follow these areas. They may be expecting this second cell. This is two parts right here. One with a front there, and then this second one behind it is the one they're thinking is going to flatten out and go towards this way. This front one up here is going to head right up towards, what is that, Camden? Camdenton. There we go. It's going to be fun learning all these counties. I can't wait. I'm in Virginia Beach, Virginia. What is this, a picture, Chris? What's that about? What's that, BC Dream? I'm in a tornado watch now, and it says a couple strong tornadoes likely. Uh-oh, where are you? XLB, or XBL, I'm sorry. Got a little dyslexia going on here. Hey, I just got a tornado warning for Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yes, you did. Yes, you certainly did. These are all the warnings going on right now. In fact, we'll check Tornado HQ again. We'll refresh and see if Tulsa is on this map. We got in Oklahoma. Yeah, it's not showing that exact county yet, but we have 3 more. We've had 5 expired, and then within 5 minutes, we had 3 more pop up. So these are all capable of producing tornadoes. Missouri, Oklahoma, Illinois, Pike County, Rouse County, Craig, Newada County in Oklahoma, Rogers in Oklahoma. And this is why. This is the exact reason why. Excuse me there. This energy is so high. When you see it in the high 2000s, we had look at that, 3,600 as a Cape number. It's unreal. It's unreal. And then as we get up here, you can see why we're having the tornadoes. 3,000. When you see the number 3,000, you think hail, tornado. That's just complete atmospheric, I'm thinking of a word for crazy. Atmospheric, man, I'm drawing blanks. You guys can fill in the blanks on that one. I'm about to go to a friend's house. BC Dream. Well, be careful, bud. Hello, Julianne Steele. Good to see you. Now we're talking about prepping, growing fruits and veggies. Virginia Beach, Virginia. Why did it make me approve that, Chris? It made me just approve one of your messages, and all it said was where you were from. Cape again. Yeah, it's a Salvis. It's reading so high in the exact areas we're getting the tornadoes. So 2,600, 3,200 here. Yeah, you want to see explosive? Check this out. We showed this a few minutes ago, but look, all within, so look at the time here, UTC time, 3:26 UTC time. We back up 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, about 5 hours from now until what you're about to see on the screen, all formed in the dead center of Oklahoma. Look at this explosion of weather. And people ask why they are having tornadoes in this area. Look at that. Out of nowhere. That is all due to a few things, actually. But again, this counterclockwise spin you're seeing, this is pulling energy this way. Energy flowing in through the Gulf, all meeting right in this area. That is why the Cape number is so high. You have so much energy coming in this way. You have the energy from the counterclockwise spin sucking in more energy, basically from the Baja over Mexico and Texas and Oklahoma. And then boom, right here is ground zero, like we always say. Many people talking about how Tornado Valley or Tornado Alley has clearly shifted to the east for the most part. Tornadoes in areas in the east that you don't really see them, and then less tornadoes in areas that you used to get them all the time. So it's not about just flat land anymore. It's about just where this energy, this atmospheric energy, is breaking and over the top numbers that we're seeing. Things are changing, guys. That's the bottom line. Things are changing, like, and it may be permanent. I mean, look at this, 4,400 right here. So this is basically the energy they showed coming in, and then boom, blowing up in that area on Radar Scope, of course. Radar Scope, wonderful website. Once again, for those of you that weren't in the room earlier, I should have a promo code for those of you that like to use sites like this. It's $29 on your computer. It's about $9 if you want it on your cell phone or tablet. Wonderful website, and they're going to be helping out our channel here to help get you guys some discounts, promotional codes. Excuse me. Voice is so hoarse from last night, screaming at Boston Red Sox fans. I'm a Yankee fan, but I'm not going to lie. Seeing Dustin Pedroia, sorry. I'm also watching a lot of UFC, so Dustin Pedroia and Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier is a UFC fighter. Dustin Pedroia is the Red Sox All-Star from the early teens, the early 2000 teens, 2013 World Series winner. All right, let's check out Oklahoma real quick, and then I might have to cut out of here. It's getting late. Yes, go Yankees, go. Exactly. And the game I went to is actually where Aaron Judge came from. He played for the Rail Riders. We were talking about where I'm growing stuff with this crazy weather, not meaning for you to blurt out my location. Okay, no, it came up as a, it wasn't an address, thank God. It came up as an approved comment. I don't see those too often on the live chat. Born and raised upstate New Yorker here. Very cool. Yep, I was born in New York, born in Yonkers. Hey everyone, please smack that little. Hey, True Helper, how are ya? Don't be sorry. There was about a 5-minute warning before this live stream. It almost wasn't gonna happen because of how late it got. I also had some yard work to do today, but we're just keeping an eye on this this mess. What a mess this is. I mean, if we go to some of these articles too, we could see here the tornado threat, exact same area we're looking at. These are more simple charts we use pretty often. We could see here on this Doppler chart, we get a good look at that rotation again and all that energy being pulled up in the middle. Like, remember, when you see these rotations, the center of them right here is where that low pressure system really is, but it's pulling everything so quickly. And now we're starting to see, they added another frame. We're starting to see that blow up right at the four corners here. Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Nebraska, Kansas. It's everywhere now. Basically, like I said before, guys, you cut the country in half, you can have a tornado anywhere on this side. Anywhere. When it comes to weather like this. When things like this are going on. And yes, this is the invest here. The invest that they said was going to roll out this way is actually kind of backtracking back towards where it came from. Very interesting. But I like I said, I did not expect that to be a threat to the U.S. whatsoever because of this front, because of our jet stream helping us out. If anything, that's the reason it's being pushed back down. For the longest time, they had it wrapping up this way, and now this front is here and dipping down. So this is actually pushing this system back down towards like Puerto Rico and the Leeward Islands. I don't know if it'll quite make it there, but this is what the chart says, guys. No new tropical cyclones are expected during the next 5 days. But when you go to the Pacific side, it may take a minute because I have that other thing running. We got more of a certainty here. 50% chance of over the next 5 days. Low pressure system located very near the west coast of Nicaragua is producing an area of showers and thunderstorms. This system is expected to continue to meander and near the coast of Central America during the next 5 days, and a gradual development is possible during that time. If the disturbance remains offshore, even if development does not occur, local heavy rains are likely over portions of Central America during the next few days. We expect that. It's always raining in Central America. So, but we need to keep an eye out for the hurricanes and the cyclones now, because we are definitely within season in the Pacific. And then before you know it, guys, it's going to be right here. And someone mentioned something brewing down in this area. I'm pretty sure they were talking about what we just spoke about in Central America, possibly hopping here and then forming in the Gulf and coming up. Might be a little too early for that, depending on water temperatures in the Gulf. We need a good 80, 85 degree temperature water to sustain the hurricanes. And again, a lot of our Atlantic hurricanes come right off the coast here of Africa. They come down through the Cape Verde Islands, and then we track them for days, and we talk about them for days, and we make predictions for days, and then, everyone predicts it's going to go here, and then it goes here. Everyone predicts it's going to go there, then it goes there. People predict it's going to do nothing, then it smashes into the U.S. It's like clockwork. It happens every year. It's just part of the business. Now, let me hit refresh on this one here. This is good. All the reds you see here are the tornado warnings and watches. Actually, the watches are burgundy. Warnings are the red. Actually, the watches are yellow, aren't they? Tornado watch yellow. Tornado warning red. So, again, just to verify and show you how these charts match up, look at all the yellow. Look at Missouri. Look at Illinois. Now we're bleeding into other states, guys. Like, this is where tornado warnings and watches are right now. All the way up to the Great Lakes, where we were talking just a week ago that Michigan's still frozen. This is how unbelievable the weather is. Snow. You're seeing winter weather advisories right here. Nevada, New Mexico, Arizona, Southern California. It's crazy. Winter weather advisories in Southern California. And then major flooding. We still have the Mississippi River flooding. Speaking of Mississippi River, oh boy. Let me check the chat real quick. Ooh, I lost you guys. There we go. Anxious for some weather. Yeah. Tornado emergency near Joplin, Missouri. Let's see. We got Craig Hickory 14 minutes ago. We got Jamestown. Yeah, right in this area between Vera and Ulaga. Olga. Not Olga, it looks like Ulaga. Right in this area here. Look at the purple moving in. They have the area highlighted. That includes Collinsville, eventually Foyle, Bushyhead, all these areas. Wow, they expanded that pretty rapidly. And you could see, even behind it again, guys, this wasn't here before. This southwestern part of Oklahoma, we have a severe storm that just popped up. Severe storms in Missouri. Now we're talking Springfield and Peoria, Illinois. It's everywhere. In fact, I want to look at the one in... Yeah, let's check the info on this. The National Weather Service in Lincoln has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for east central Fulton County and west central Illinois, central Tazewell County and in central Illinois, north central Mason County, and south central Peoria County. That's severe thunderstorm alert until 11:15 p.m. Central Time. So You got about an hour to go there. Hazard, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That is what you want to watch out for. It does not take a tornado to rip things out of the ground and knock things over and damage houses and siding. It does not take tornadoes. It takes strong storms. That's why this is such a unique situation, guys. It's, yes, a lot of tornadoes, but it's the system as a whole that's causing the issues. Why is this open? Okay, we can close this. Those are the pictures I took of Pedroias. We'll refresh this again. Let's see where the newest section is. We got Osage, Rogers, Tulsa, Washington. All right, so there's your show up. Someone just mentioned this in the comments section. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing tornadoes were located 3 miles northwest of Collinsville and 4 miles northeast of Walnut Creek State Park, moving east. See how now we're starting to see this eastern movement? Things are going to start flattening out. It's not going to be northeast much longer. It's going to be east moving. So that's Oklahoma there. That expires in 27 minutes. So for those of you in that area, please be aware of that. Severe thunderstorm capable. So as of right now, our last confirmed tornado was, looks like right here. It was about an hour ago. Confirmed tornadoes located 3 miles northeast of Jay, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. That was Arkansas, Oklahoma. We talked about that. So that was the last one they're reporting as a touchdown. All these others say capable because they're still in progress of forming. I mean, you guys saw it with your own eyes. This thing blew up quick. Within 5 hours, boom. Look at that. No signs of stopping. This is going to go right over the Great Lakes, right into Michigan, and then the Northeast is next. Not saying that it's going to be tornado weather. It's going to be rainy and windy, and with the temperatures a little bit, it might be a little chilly. So it's warmer down here. That's why we're seeing the breakout of the storm. But then as it gets up here, it gets a little weaker. But with the amount of energy behind this storm already, it looks like a rocket ship just launching towards us. So Neither the Wonder Cat, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. You know, if you guys weren't here, then there would be no channel. So this is on you guys. But thank you so much for that. Caroline and I appreciate it more than anything. You have no idea. Thank you, Chris. Yes, and True Helper. You guys will see True Helper and Caroline, a.k.a. Type X, in here all the time moderating. I got my buddy Lloyd that'll be in here soon. Chris, hopefully, will be in here doing the same thing. Wow, and the dams in the Great Lakes can't take any more. No, I've made multiple videos on the Great Lakes. They are over their banks in many places. Tornado on the ground in Oklahoma near Skiatook. Okay, we're going to look at that next. 70 degrees in Knox, Indiana. Yes, it's getting warm, getting very warm. But yes, so we're going to have a lot going on in the chat as far as moderators and stuff like that. Got to have them. It's just the way it works. But I don't see much issues with any of my subs so far. So this is just a great group we have going. I wasn't always a vocalist, Chris. Trust me, man. I hated talking. I hated talking on the microphone. That's why I always made text videos. But then I was like, it takes too long. It's, you know, you just get on there, you make a mistake, whatever. Someone corrects you, then you learn, you move forward. Upstate New York here, supposed to get some of that weather tomorrow. Yes, we are. Northeast all the way is supposed to be getting this weather. Not this weather particular. Don't get me wrong. Don't quote me on that. I'm not saying there's going to be tornadoes. There's going to be some of that severe thunderstorms and some high winds. The lower level areas, possibly the tornado warnings and watches. We just got to wait and see. But let me get back to that person that just said tornado on the ground. Where was that? Boom, 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 boom. Tornado on the ground in Oklahoma near Skiatook. Let's check that out. Let's see if we have that here. Now, would that be this area near Stockton or Boulevard? Wow, that looks like a tornado on the ground right there. If I zoom in any closer, I can't see the names. I can see roads. So we got Fairplay here, Boulevard, Halfway, Lewisburg. That seems like a serious area right now. And then down here, this would be this one. Okay, so there you go. Skiatook, tornado on the ground. And there we go, guys. Point proven. These purple areas right here are very important to watch. We just had a comment in the section right here. I'm going to show you. Thank you very much for posting it. Where are you? Where'd you go? I just want to show this because this is why these charts are so important. Forgiven and blessed. Thank you so much. Tornado on the ground near Skiatook, Oklahoma. We come to Skiatook, Oklahoma. Check this out. There's the tornado right there moving it in purple. We have a straight line right there above to the northeast of Skiatook. They're expecting it to move this way. I might be pronouncing that wrong. Sorry if I am, but we know where we're talking about. And look what you're seeing, the purple colors. So more times than not, when you get those deep purples, that's tornadoes. Whether they're still up in the air or have made contact with the ground, that's hard to say. But we've had confirmation via someone that may live in that area and these charts. That is why this chart is going to be a gold mine for us, guys. We are going to know what's going on quicker and on time. And that may not be it. That could be 3 spots. 1, 2, 3 funnel clouds surrounding Skiatook. So now it's safe to say we can even look up in between Avian and Vera. Look at this. Right on the line here. Same time, that was a big grouping of purple right there. That could have been a tornado on the ground that we have not reported yet. So this is a tornado outbreak. This is why they call them outbreaks, guys. We're seeing them one after another. And then once again, you go back to sites like Tornado HQ, hit refresh. A little bit of movement where these areas are. But look, right here, right where she said it was. Boom, tornado on the ground. Let's see if they've caught up and actually mentioned it. Oklahoma. This one's capable. It doesn't have that actual town name, but I'm sure this is that warning right here that's near Osage, Rogers, Tulsa, and Washington. I'm sure this is the area that they were speaking of. That's going to expire around 11:15, about an hour from now. A little less than an hour from now because they are moving quick, which makes sense because if we zoom in again, and this is what real time is, once it passes there, there's not much behind it. We got this cell back here moving through Cleveland and Osage. Not Cleveland, Ohio, guys. This is all Oklahoma. Remember, we're in the state of Oklahoma. So all these names I'm reading right now are counties and towns within Oklahoma. A lot of flash flooding. The entire northeast corner of Oklahoma is covered in flash flooding, rain, tornadoes, and severe weather, with a little guy out here also in severe weather. So we could have another front moving up in this area. But again, this is the main concern right here. So touchdown in just north of Tulsa is definitely something to talk about. And check that out. It looks like it's right there. It's right to the east of Skiatook right now. And then there could be 2 more funnel clouds right over it. In fact, let's see if she actually lived there. She responded again. Oh, boy. My buddy. We are under tornado watches until 4 a.m. Okay, so that makes more sense because there's certainly more There's more weather coming up that way. This is just the beginning of that front that exploded right by, where was it? Let's go back and see. Yep, right on Oklahoma. That's exactly where it was. Kind of Texas, too. So you can see it kind of wrapped out of here. That's the Gulf for you. That is Gulf moisture being pushed by a big trade wind this way. And you could see it hook. See how it hooks? It starts here and then kind of goes like this. See it go like that, and then boom, just like that. So we're going to see these popping up, and that's probably why that 4 a.m. Expiration time is there, because now we're seeing this in southwest Oklahoma, which has just come out of nowhere, and that's exactly what happened to us in northeast PA. So there you have it right there. You back out, and that's that blow up right there. This is a severe thunderstorm going on right now, and now it's measured on this chart. This is going to turn into a tornado-producing storm cell. I mean, it's nonstop. There's not much more I can say about it. Let's check out this one real quick. This is the Missouri situation. Their tornado. Oh, man, that's rough. Right there. Just north of Fairplay about 20 minutes ago. Possible tornado on the ground. North of Bolivar, actually. And then heading north over halfway, over Buffalo, like we said. And by the looks of it, this one is the one that's going to kind of go parallel and maybe this way. So Buffalo, in between Buffalo and Lewisburg, in Missouri, please be on alert for the next hour at least. We have a big cell moving through that area. Very important. You can see it right here. This line, they're getting flatter. Some of these lines are still shooting straight up to the northeast. Some are starting to go, it would be northeast-east. We're allowed to make things up here, just so you know. If it means explaining something to where someone understands, we can make it up. Not storms, but directional paths, things of that nature. You know, sometimes the weather talk can get a bit confusing, and that's why half the people don't even know what's coming towards them. They can't even understand the lingo, which I never understood until studying this stuff, and now you explain it in more simple terms, people understand the weather. It's amazing. Let me catch up on you guys. The purple's on the red, only heavy breeze rain. That's not necessarily true. They do represent heavy rain, but we've had 3 situations where those purples have been confirmed touchdown tornadoes. So that's what we're looking for here. And I even said the purples don't necessarily mean tornadoes. We're comparing them, and when they do hit, it's always the purples right there. So that's why I'm saying possible tornadoes. When I get someone saying there's a tornado on the ground, I zoom in on the map, and right in that area are those purple pixels. There you go. That's the proof you need. It doesn't mean there's one there. It just means it's possible, and we had one touchdown covered in purple. Yes, many different maps have many different colors to represent what they're doing. That's why I try to stick to certain charts. I know it may get boring to look at sometimes, but it's a lot easier than showing 50 different charts where you have to then remember the colors. You don't know what you're looking at, and then it has to be explained again, and sometimes could be a waste of time when you're trying to get news out like this, like current time weather. At this moment, we got the warning in Oklahoma. We have a warning in Missouri. And the tornado warning in Illinois has expired, but it's going to come back. And we're definitely going to see more of the red warnings down in Oklahoma as it comes across Oklahoma City and following the same path into Missouri, possibly clipping Kansas, and then into Illinois once again. Will I go on tour? Oh man, after seeing what happened to Leak Project, I don't know if I want to. His poor van. But now I heard he had a very successful LeakCon, which is awesome. Congratulations to him. I'm very happy that he got that done and was out in public and doing his thing. He deserves it. I'm glad he had a great time. And I hope a lot of you got to see that. I actually watched some of it um, before coming here today. So thank you so much, Neither Wondercat. I really appreciate that. Yes, True Helper. Yes, showing the same maps does help. It does. It's a good way to teach, but you gotta also gotta understand. I mean, I know you understand, but people have to understand. A lot of people are like, "All right, let's." You look at the same charts all the time. I mean, I can easily show you 70 charts, and they all have different color codes. I would have to explain to you what they mean, and when it comes to on the spot weather, when I'm doing live weather, we're gonna be doing stuff like this. So when I do the videos, yeah, it's a little different. I can get more animated and I can show you different stuff. But right now we got some. Yeah, we're losing people with these storms, guys. That's why it's so serious of a situation. That's why it's worth the live streams. You can see for yourself there. Don't want to keep that on screen too long. A significant severe weather outbreak erupts across the central and southern plains Monday into Tuesday. Tuesday being yesterday, so this is kind of an outdated article. In fact, it certainly is an outdated article. We're not dealing with that anymore. And we'll refresh this. We'll see where our current warnings are. Similar. Check that out. We're in Indiana now, guys. We got tornado warnings in Indiana. Just under the lake. I'm telling you, that thing will come right into Michigan. This is going to go right into Michigan. Some of it's going to level out this way. We could be talking about... Where I got this highlighted. Oh, you gotta go right over the county. It's not even loading at this point. They still have them highlighted in Oklahoma. Still got the highlights in Missouri. 2 spots in Missouri, so 3 spots. Let's see if that's true. 1, 2, 3. They're dead on with that chart. Smashing success, many good guests, many great times had by all. We should get you there next year, bro. Absolutely. I would. I want to go so bad. I wanted to go this year. It just wasn't happening. I mean, I would even make that a birthday weekend thing if he does it around the same time next year. You noticed earthquakes are minimal lately since the sunspot moved away. Yes, Chris. Over the last 5 days, I've been getting less messages from you on the earthquakes and more on weather and photography. Chris is giving me some lessons behind the curtains. Not gonna lie, Chris, I got some amazing shots at this game, though. Some amazing shots. I'm not trying to take the attention off this severe weather, especially for those of you that live in this area. Please, if you have any questions about your area on this chart, please ask me. Your math homework, huh? Depends on what kind of math. I was smart enough in high school to know what math I was going to need and what math I wasn't going to need. And I played football, so they didn't necessarily make me go. That was one of the my school was like that. I'll tell Rex about it. I know I could get you free entry, Brian. I don't, not even free entry. Tell him I will pay him. He deserves it. I will, but I would love to go there. I would love to be a part of it. I want to make it bigger for him. He deserves it. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. One of my favorite. He's one of the most funny, honest guys you will ever meet on YouTube. Period. Any live game is awesome. Oh yeah, it really is. And we're pretty close to the field, so we had a good time. I appreciate that, True Helper. Yeah, him. I mean, him and I have had a couple conversations here and there, but it's hard. Everyone reaches out to him, so I mean, you can only answer so many people. It's so hard, and it sucks because I'm the type of person where I want to answer everybody. I want to answer every email. I want to answer every question. I want to, say thank you by name to everybody, and it just sometimes it's just impossible. But I still try to do it. And that's why my live streams do this. I told you I wanted to make this an hour live stream. Half the time I've been sitting here just talking with you guys. It's just the way I am. All right, so I'm not saying Illinois is getting a break, but we're not seeing any of the tornado warnings up there right now. That's why I'm keeping this area hovered. We're kind of covering just east of Tulsa, the one in Oklahoma that was touched down. That was confirmed by a sub in the chat room. And then we got this here north of Springfield, which actually I want to get in on that one. Actually, here. So right there, this is Miller and Morgan, or let's get this one. That's the one I wanted to see. No, I want to see this one. This is where I want to go. Well, I want this Springfield one to pop up. There it is. That's what I want to see right here. So fair play just got passed, and that kind of broke up right before this area. Definitely heavy rains going on in Lewisburg. Urbania just got clipped, maybe getting a little bit of relief, but you're still going to have rain coming behind it. But you're in the tornado threat area still right now, at least for another 7 minutes. As far as this specific cell goes. Now, that does not mean you're out of the loop for the night. It means for this specific cell. And then the other area. Make sure we're in the right spot. Yeah, that could have been big right there. That's a lot of rain right there. You can see these are cells within an entire system. So this is all getting rain. Just this is the severe part of it. You're very personable as well. That's why I love it. Thank you very much, Nikki from Texas. Thank you, thank you. Very much appreciated. I try, but sometimes it doesn't get me. It doesn't get my work done, and I get no information out to you guys. But as long as everyone's safe right now, I mean, you got to understand. There's not going to be many people that are in these, touchdown areas that are going to be online. They're going to be, looking out their windows and making sure their families are okay. But, I want to get back to this Oklahoma one real quick. We'll take one more quick look at this one. We'll take a quick look up north again. And then I'm going to cut this short. I got a full night with you guys tomorrow, so we're going to be good to go. I'll be back here around 5 o'clock, and I want to do like a nice live stream, probably 6:30, 7:30, 8:30. We'll probably end around 9, so I want to do a good couple hour live stream. But yeah, see some of this is moving in. Look at that. You can see it's moving in a northwest direction gradually, but sometimes you see these dips come down, and then boom, right there, in between Vera and Collinsville, some very heavy rain. And then we got the line here where they're expecting that system to move, and these lines are changing. Boulevard is post with Oliver. Bolivar, right? Bolivar then? Bolivar. There we go. Sage Grace, thank you. How do I find the arc of the circle with an 158-degree angle? You know what? There's actually, if I drop the chat down real quick, if you're talking about this app, because I have this setting on now, this won't happen right away, but you click this button up, or not that one, sorry, this button right here, it says distance tool, and you can kind of make your own section of where you want to watch if I had this turned off. And it gives you kilometers, and then you got your coordinates up here, you got your elevation, and within the settings somewhere, I'm sure you can find the 158 degrees. Like I said, this is an app I am still testing on my own, but I already love it. It's different. It's not something you see on a lot of channels, which you probably will in the near future, but they're going to need permission from the company to use it. Radar scope, $29 on your local app market. Certainly worth it for any weather buff out there. And like I said before, it's only about $9 on your phone. One-time payment. You could buy different levels, gives you more options and stuff like that, but this right here is a lot for a very small amount of money, in my opinion. I didn't even get a discount. I bought it full price. I just bought it. I'll have the website in the description box. Anytime I use them, I'm going to have them in the description box. Oh yeah, Solvis, this thing's a game changer, man. This is a game changer. I live in Chicago. How bad do you think we're gonna get it? Ugh. Chi-town, Chi-town. Let's see. Hmm. Well, you're gonna get rain, my friends. This thing will cut through right here. I hate giving bad news, but I mean, from the looks of it, it's gonna be a pretty it's gonna be a wet event for you. As far as the tornadoes, that's hard to say. You can't really predict the tornadoes until they're really on the ground, or you're very, 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 very seasoned in watching these charts, which I'm trying to become. I will become. Right now, all I can tell you is that there is weather heading your direction. So I would say local radio, your local, you should be coming up on your 11 o'clock news. Actually, you're 14 minutes past that, so you probably missed it. Well, no, not so much. Usually the breaking news is first, and then after that, you'll get your weather reports. Be prepared. Solvis, there you go. Quote of the day for that question who just asked about Chicago. Be prepared. Done deal. Yeah. The adjoining DED, man, I don't even know what to say anymore. I gotta get a button. I'm gonna get a special button just for you that I'm gonna press every time you do that. You're very welcome. I wish I had more detail, but all I can do is show you what I'm seeing. I mean, we could type in, Chicago. I mean, we could do something simple like this. And we click on Wednesday. I mean, it gives you your temperatures. And then here we go. It looks like it's raining right now. Is it not raining in Chicago as we speak? And then it's going to die down around 6 a.m. So basically right now you're looking at thunderstorms beginning around now through 3 a.m. So that's the basic of most basic weather forecasts I can give you as far as Chicago goes. And then you can look at this and kind of see for yourself. All right, that's good. More than likely, it's because it's just starting. I mean, hard rain is hard rain. I mean, then you just got to worry about the flooding in the water. When you get the winds and the trees, flopping around, it gets a little more scary. It's intimidating. I mean, like I said, I just put a video out the other day here in Northeast Pennsylvania where, I'm outside one night, covering a tornado, running up and down the streets like an idiot with my phone getting soaked and everything. And then this one happened more in the daytime, and I wasn't going anywhere. I was not leaving my house for that one. I posted on it, but I did not leave. In the suburbs of Chicago. Okay, yeah, well that's important. You want to keep an eye on family. And that's why I do a lot of Northeast talk, because that's, most of my family lives in the Northeast. I've been all over the country as far as living, but I mean, yes, I do tend to focus on the Northeast. There's other YouTubers that, they have their little sections of the country they cover. So, again, I don't like stepping on toes or anything like that, or, taking over someone's, their spot or their territory. But weather is weather, and, it's one of the most important things in our lives, guys. It runs what we do. We don't do anything unless weather allows us to do it. No, the adjoining DD. Don't do that. No. I live south of Midway. Okay. Okay. I know where Midway is. So yeah, you are getting the beginning of rain right now. Hopefully you stay in the yellow area. And like I said, some of these black colors, they might dissipate as we get up to the cooler areas. It's not going to have the heat there to really push those storms. The energy might be a little different. Thank you. I'm Ethan Murray. Thank you so much. Thank you. Miller County, Missouri confirmed tornado. There we go. Let's see. Tornado producing storms located near Eldon. Severe weather storm, severe capable. Alright, so I'm assuming it's this one right here. National Weather Service in St. Louis has issued tornado warning in Cole County in central Missouri until midnight. So, that would be right here. They're not showing it on this chart yet. There it is, Miller. Here's Olean. It's going to be south of Russellville. And looks like it's passing right over St. Thomas towards Wardsville and Jefferson City. So once again, if this is a tornado on the ground, there's your purple again. Right here. Like, that's a straight line right there, too. That very well could be a tornado. Right here. And that's going to be heading up, like I said, Jefferson City, Wardsville, Taws. And St. Thomas is getting hit with the bottom half of this cell. More than likely will not get the brunt of it. But again, you're starting to see these lines move to the east. You don't know yet. And this is just one cell. We got to back out and realize you have all this coming up towards that way too. You boil down, they blow up. That's why, we had some reds up here. They went down. We had this covered in yellow. Now it's in flash flood colors. We still have this down here. I'm telling you, you're going to see reds down here soon for tornado warnings. This is blowing up pretty quickly. If I can get a few more frames on this website here, I'll really be able to tell you, but they haven't updated it yet. But just think about this for a second. So, once again, we're looking at this area of Oklahoma. Same exact area where there is a cell right now, but this is a good 10 hours ago. That's where it all began, maybe a little more to the northeast, and then we had that. But now, look at this. Same exact situation. This could very well blow up into this same thing that we're going to be dealing with all night long. If this turns into this is going to go straight through the morning into tomorrow. So like I said, this chart is going to be a very important chart for us. It's showing the severe thunderstorm there. The second it has a strength to produce tornadoes, you're going to see it go red. You're going to see this then turn green for flash flooding. We still have it in the entire northeast corner of Oklahoma is flooded. And the only thing really doing damage to the river right now is the severe threats going on in Missouri, just north of St. Louis, and then just north of the border of Iowa as we move into Illinois. So still going to be filling the river up here. And that's why, without showing it for too long, where'd I have it? I think I took it off. Yeah, I did. Well, I was showing a picture of some of the flooding from the Weather Channel website, but I don't want to keep them on there too long. We could look at this chart right here. This is the area of watch for tornadoes. You can see it goes right underneath the lake. So, again, Chicago, that question, it's hard to say. The rain will be there. The tornadoes, hard to say when they get up this far north. All right, let me get into the chat again, see how you guys are doing. No, you're not. No, you're not. I'm telling you, this is all, it's all just about, it's just like working a muscle. You just repeat and you keep watching. I told you guys this a million times. I'll sit and I will stare at a looping radar chart for an hour straight. Yes, I'll blink, I'm not that crazy, but I'll look at it and you just get a sense. You start sensing where things are going to be moving, and then you get caught off guard by something and you're just like, okay, now I know that that's not true, but it can be true, but it's not always true. And then you're like, oh yes, that's right, we're dealing with weather. Weather changes on an hourly basis, and yes, I'm guilty as charged. I go 10 days ahead of time when it comes to hurricane season. I'll go a month ahead of time when it comes to hurricane season. But we're always here to correct ourselves and to give the updates when need be. I learned that the hard way when I said that Hurricane Irma was going to go up and smash New York on 9/11. And it showed it. The Ventus sky showed that storm shooting straight up, hitting right here on 9/11 of 2017. I swear I have it on video. The video is still posted. You could see it with your own eyes. They showed that thing rolling right up here as a Cat 4 or 5, smashing right into the New Jersey, Long Island, and New York City on 9/11. I blank you not. Go verify it. It's on my channel. And then, of course, once it shifted, everyone's like, oh, see, you were wrong. You were wrong. It's not about being wrong. It's about showing you what's on the data at the time. Or else I can wait and, wait till the day before it hits to let you guys know. So, it's a double-edged sword when it comes to weather. You get a lot of hate in weather, and then you get a lot of people who respect it. So, Brian, you have any dating tips? Oh. Happy wife, happy life. That's a good one to remember. That goes with dating, too. Doesn't have to be your wife. Happy girlfriend, happy life. We've known each other a long time. In fact, I met her when I moved to Pennsylvania. I'm from New York. I moved to Pennsylvania. Her and I met early on when I lived here. We didn't immediately get together. We were friends for a while. I ended up moving away for about a year. I moved around a lot. I move a lot, a whole lot. At least I did for a long time when I was younger, and a lot in my 20s. But yeah, once her and I actually were, started spending time together, that was it. It was a wrap, and now we both know exactly what we want to do, where we want to go, and you are the type of people we want to share it with. So that's why this is great. That's why I haven't had to have anyone in here but True Helper. I got one mod in here, a pro, and we're in good shape. That's all we need. I mean, I can't say we got 10,000 people in here. I'm not expecting that, but it's the people. No matches on Tinder. I'm telling you, stay away from those apps. Stay away. They're deceiving. Well, I can't say stay away, but you gotta just be careful. That's all. Try to make sure you know who you're talking to. It's quiet right now, but that's to be expected. I know it can get hard to get off those things. All right, but guys, see, I'm trailing off on you now. Let's get back to a couple more minutes of this, and then I got to get going. We're after midnight. This chart here is very important. Show you this one quick. Yes, it is just a graphic, but they're showing the energy. They're showing exactly what we've been looking at. This red area is our tornado area, and the yellow is overlapped on it with the severe storms right behind it. And then, boom. You go to the Scope app, and we're seeing the exact same thing. What I do like about this right now is that we're seeing more green than yellow. Green is flash flooding, but the severe storms are yellow. Red is tornado watches. So As of right now, it looks like Oklahoma does not have any tornado warnings. The only one I'm seeing right now is in Missouri, just south of Jefferson County. So let's see. Well, we got Missouri near Cole. So that just popped up. This one will change color to red. This one is red. And yeah, right here. Check out right around here. Boom. So if you are in, this will be my final warning, and then we're going to cut this short, guys. If you live in Wardsville, Taos, Jefferson City, even St. Thomas, Lowman, St. Martin's, Holt Summit, and just to be safe, Lake Miketown, New Bloomsfield, McCain, you got a serious cell heading in your direction. You can see that thing is right there. Very possible to be a tornado on the ground. At the very least, very heavy rain. Probably more than likely very heavy straight line winds as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. Just underneath Jefferson City. 55 rescues today in Chicago. Yeah, I heard it was higher. Forgiven and blessed. I heard it was a little higher, but that may be an adjusted number. You might be right. Yeah, we're going live tomorrow 100%, bud. Like I said, I want to try to go for 6:30 and go till like around 8 or however long we go. Yeah, see, I'm good. It happens quick. I told you, it happens very quick. If you hear me clicking, just touching base with Caroline. She says hi to everyone out there right now. She can't be on at the moment. But we're going to be cutting this down in a second. Wait, lightning and thunder are two different things? I'll try to tune in working in pharmacy early afternoon after sundown. What time, Salvis? What time are you going to be out of commission? Not that you have to spill it out on here. You can email me, but... Yes, I do. At Into Thin Air on Twitter. And then on Instagram, it's at Into Thin Air News. Or I may have that mixed up. Hold on. Let me double check. Yes, Twitter, I'm at Into Thin Air, the number 2, number 2, THINAIR. And then on Instagram, I'm at Into Thin Air News, 1N. Not like the email. The only thing that has 2 N's is my email address. Yeah, shoot me a message, Salvis. Let me know what's up, and we'll talk then. All right, guys, so with that said, unfortunately, I'm going to let you go. Still got severe thunderstorms in Illinois. We got flash flooding in Missouri, flash flooding in northeast Oklahoma with another set coming from the southwest of Oklahoma that's probably more than likely going to move up to the northwest. So be prepared for that later tonight. Might be a long night for some people, but as of right now, what I'm seeing, the only tornado warning right now, that does not mean it's the only place to watch, is this area of Missouri near Cole County. We got Russellville, Wardsville, Taos, Jefferson County. Keep an eye on this right here. Right here, heading right toward Wardsville right now. Please, if you're not already in shelter, please seek shelter. And right here, we just had a big system move right through McCain. And now it's right over Chamois. That's how quickly this happens, guys. These things, they just pop up. You always got to be on your toes when they're talking outbreaks. That's why they call them outbreaks. They outbreak. They just boom. One day, 1 second they're there, the next second your sky's green and there's rocks hitting your roof. Not rocks, but hail. You know what I'm talking about. Let's see what the flash flood in Kansas. Where's the one in Oklahoma real quick? Missouri. Yeah, these are all. See, now we got a severe storm again in northeast Oklahoma, rather. Yeah, TR Lux, it is. It's getting crazy. This is like a never-ending storm right now. There was like a break for about 3 hours, and then it just blew up again in southwest Oklahoma. Looks like it's gonna start happening again. Hopefully, the sun being down will help a little bit, but you don't want tornadoes in the dark. Good night. I'm good. Thanks for being here. Stay safe and keep an eye on that rain. Whose birthday is it? Or was that to me, Salvis? Thank you, bud. I'll see you tomorrow for sure. Good night, Best Apple. True Helper, thank you so much. We're going to wrap it up here. Everyone thank True Helper for being a trooper. They always jump on and help me when we do these live chats and live streams. It's awesome having that help. Dang, once I join now, it's going to end. I know. Danville Boost, like I said, tomorrow around 6 o'clock, I'm going to have at least an hour countdown for it so people can see that it's going to happen. It's not just going to pop up like I've been doing. I'm finally getting the subs to understand the notification button. It has to have the quote lines around it, or you only get some notifications. If you have it filled in gray and you got the quote lines around it, you will get every notification from this channel, whether I start a live stream out of nowhere, whether I post a video. It might even tell you if I go to the bathroom. So, for all I know, with these algorithms these days. Can't complain about that, right, Karen? Oh yeah, it's always the other weather channels. They do it within seconds of me start. Like a video will be 15 minutes long, and within 2 seconds there's that one thumbs down. I know who it is. It doesn't matter though. It doesn't bother me. Does not bother me whatsoever. Jefferson County. Oof. I'm not liking this. They're keeping this here for a minute, and that's a big grouping right here. Alright, these are my final goodbyes, for real, I swear. Been watching since Hurricane Irma. Danville Boost, well, you'll be watching us through this season too. We're going to be here. So, like I said, tomorrow night, absolutely, we're having a live stream, a long one. We're going to have, hopefully, another weather person in here talking with me. We can get some collab stuff going. But, yeah, we're changing the way we do things around here. No more posting videos and then by the time they're up, it's already come and gone and it's like basically pointless. We're doing live streams. I'm doing videos, don't get me wrong. I want to start focusing more on editing and putting out like documentary type videos, and then on the other hand, we're going to do the live streams. Yeah, for real, guys. Everyone from basically Oklahoma, Missouri, Illinois, now Indiana, eventually Michigan possibly, but I feel like it's going to start coming like this once we get to this area. It's going to be West Virginia, West Pennsylvania. Hopefully the lakes are going to actually help in this case, but they're going to get more flooded, and so is the Mississippi, and that's going to be an ongoing issue. Stay safe, everyone. Thanks, as always, Brian. Thank you so much. I'm Ethan Bradbury. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. True Helper, thank you again. It sure is. You're teaching us all that we need to know. That's what we're trying to do here, Amy. That's what we're trying to do. And thank you so much again for being here. All right, guys, that's it for now. Thank you all so much. I'm going to shut down the live stream. You might have the chat for a couple more minutes, but other than that, this video should pop up public soon. And if you have any other questions that I missed, please ask them underneath, because where I'm going, I'll be able to answer them from the comments section. So we should be good to go there. And if I can, I'll jump on my phone. I have it on my phone as well. And we could do a little live stream from my phone with this app, and we'll do some talking and see what's going on. So, all right. How does that sound for everyone? Everyone good? Satisfied? We got what we need for now? Man, I don't like that. I'm not liking this Wardsville, Taos, Jefferson City. Be on alert for at least the next half hour, please. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to end this now. Have a wonderful evening, yep, we're 38 minutes in the Northeast into the next day, so have a happy early morning, happy late night, happy whatever you want to do. And thank you to my moderators. True Helper, you're the best. You guys are all great. All right, take care, guys. Oh, wait, one more. Going towards Bennyville? Let's see. If not this one, another one will be. Not tornado. I'm not sure, because I'm not sure if this is a touchdown, but that is one of the biggest grouping of those purple blobs I've seen. And every time we've had a touchdown, that's what's been there. So I keep also up to date on Twitter and Instagram with touchdowns. So whenever I get reports of touchdowns, I retweet them immediately. And then if you live to the northeast of an area that got a touchdown tornado, be on alert, especially tonight, overnight tonight, going from Oklahoma through Missouri and Illinois, and then soon Indiana. You got to keep your eyes open tonight, guys. I'm not trying to scare anybody. It's just the facts of the matter. It's all here. These are all warnings. They don't put this stuff out unless they mean business. And once again, you could see it right here. This is exactly what we're seeing right now. This is getting bigger. This is going to roll right in with this. This might actually take more of an eastern path. It could cut across to the western parts of Kentucky and Tennessee. We just don't know. And this little loop here down by Arkansas could clip the top of Mississippi, for all I know. That's why I sit here and I watch these patterns, and you kind of see where things are going. It almost looks like this storm is keeping these two down lower. So, you know, that's weather for you. But for the last time, guys, have a wonderful night. I will talk to you all soon. Thank you so much. Be back here around 6 o'clock tomorrow. We will be online, and we will be talking weather and whatever you guys want to talk about, but probably mostly weather because of this stuff. All right, guys, thank you so much. We're going to end this now. Have a great night. I appreciate you all, every one of you. Bye-bye.